Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to learn about community workers from our Scholastic News magazine. We're going to start by watching the video.
That's my job. Has anyone ever asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? Maybe you said a doctor, or a firefighter, or a soccer player, or a ballerina. Those are all jobs. A job is the kind of work that a person does, and there are all kinds of jobs. Just look around your community, and you'll see people busy at work. There are police officers, mail carriers, bus drivers, store clerks, and teachers. And some people have jobs you may never have thought of, like a cartoonist. That's an artist who draws cartoons. Or an architect. An architect designs buildings. Or a volcanologist. That's a scientist who studies volcanoes. And can you believe it's someone's job to taste ice cream? An ice cream taster tastes new flavors before they are sold in stores. There are also voiceover artists. They read and record the words you hear on videos like this one. That's my job. But why do people have jobs? We need people to make or build the things we use. So it's their job to make, build, and sell us goods. This person grows goods. Food, like vegetables, is a good. The people at this factory make goods. Cars are goods. The people at this store sell goods. Toys are goods. Other people have jobs that provide a service or help others. Veterinarians help us take care of our pets if they are hurt or sick. That's a service. Sanitation workers help keep our community clean. That's a service. And teachers help us learn. That's also a service. Most people earn money for the jobs they do. Then they use the money they earn to pay for the things they need or want. But some people do jobs for free. These people are called volunteers. Kids can be volunteers too. You can volunteer to paint a playground, work in a community garden, or rake leaves for a neighbor. So when someone asks you, what do you want to be when you grow up? What will you say now?
Did you learn about any jobs you might want to try one day? What were they? Talk about it. See you soon.
Okay, boys and girls. Now we're going to listen to the Scholastic magazine.
Thank you, community workers. These workers keep our communities healthy and safe. A community is a place where people live and work. Do you know what these workers do?
What do these workers do? What do you think her job is? What about his job? What do you think her job is? Or his? These people are all community workers.
Thank you for taking care of us. As you read, think about why each worker's job is important. Mail carriers bring us letters and packages. They bring us letters from the people we love. They bring us boxes of things we need. Amazing work, mail carriers. Healthcare workers take care of us when we are sick. They are nurses, doctors, and other people who work at hospitals. You rock, healthcare workers. Sanitation workers pick up our gross, smelly trash. They take it away for us. That keeps our streets nice and clean. You're awesome, sanitation workers. Grocers sell us food. They sell us other things we need too, like paper towels and soap. They help us get the supplies we need. Way to go, grocers! Cheer for community workers. A few months ago, we all stayed inside. We had to keep our communities healthy. Community workers kept working to keep us all safe. Every night at 7 p.m., people clapped and cheered for community workers. It was one way to say thank you. Families in New York City cheer for workers.
Let's listen to this dance break.
Dance break.
Follow along if you can.
Move like community workers. Lift up the garbage can. Drive the mail truck. Put food on the shelves. Now clap to say, thank you, community workers. Good work.
Freeze. Now take a deep breath in. 1, 2, 3. And let it out. 3, 2, 1. Now melt to the ground.
What a nice dance break. Let's keep working. I'm going to read this page out loud and we're going to answer the questions together. This map shows where a mail carrier went. Drag an X on each house where she dropped off a letter. Drag a square where she dropped off a package. The mail carrier started on Elm Street. She dropped off a letter at the purple house. So we need to drag an X to what color house? Purple. The blue house on Elm Street. So this is Elm Street. Where is the blue house on Elm Street? Good job. Here it is. Let's put an X on the blue house. And the yellow house. Can you point to the yellow house on Elm Street? Good job. Let's put an X on the yellow house. Let's make sure we got them all. Number 1. The mail carrier started on Elm Street. She dropped off a letter at the purple house. Check. The blue house. Check. And the yellow house. Check. We got them all. Good job. Let's move to number 2. Then she went to Pine Street. Here's Pine Street. She dropped off a letter and a package at the orange house. So remember, we want to drag an X on each house where she dropped off a letter and drag a square where she dropped off a package. So let's read this again. She went to Pine Street. Here it is. She dropped off a letter and a package at the orange house. So let's find the orange house together on Pine Street. Here it is. We want to put an X because the mail carrier dropped off a letter, but we also want to put a square because the mail carrier dropped off a package too. Nice job. Number 3. She dropped off a package at the pink house. Then she was done. Should we put a X or a square on the pink house? We should put a square on the pink house because the mail carrier dropped off a package. Can you find the pink house? Nice job. Here's the pink house. Let's put a package. Good work. Number 4. How many houses got a letter? Let's count all of the houses that have an X on them. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 houses that got a letter. How many houses got a package? Let's count to see how many houses have a box on them. 1, 2. 2 houses have a package. Bonus. How many houses did not get any mail? Any mail. So we want to look for houses that don't have an X and don't have a package. So let's see. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 houses that don't have a package. Good job, boys and girls. So now it is your turn. For your independent work for content today, you are going to write a list of all of the different community workers you know. We learned about some community workers today in our Scholastic magazine. Do you remember what community workers we learned about in our Scholastic magazine? Well, we learned about mail carriers. Can you think of other workers we learned about in our Scholastic magazine? It's your job now to take out your blue content notebook and make a list of all of the different community workers you know. Thanks for listening and have fun learning. Bye, boys and girls.